Alright, welcome back to I point my flashlight at the wall. No, I saw something before I did this video that made me laugh, and I'm still not over it, but it's fine. Anyway, where we left off, I love there are handprints up there on the wall ceiling. Never noticed those before. Yeah, it's funny, they go out of their way to add a little detail like that, but you would never notice it otherwise. Like, I've played through this game multiple times and I've never noticed the handprints on like the window ceiling up there. Somebody got bored. Alright, so where we left off last time, we were gonna go play the song on the piano. Because the reason why you have to go around this way, well, I guess it don't really matter, but it's because you kind of like sequence break stuff. I've done that before in this game. Because if we go around, there's two different ways to get to like the dining hall. You could go this way, but there's like this elevator lift right here. This lift is actually what we need. This is where we're going. We got to figure out how to like activate that again. So I have a lot of air because I just ate before this. You could go the long way. You could like go all the way around this way and go through that door and then come back out. But I usually tend to go this way, and the reason why you should go through the courtyard view corridor is because you have to see Kageri. And if you go the other way, you miss her completely. So at the end of the last video, I had already did that. She would have been like right here. So I left off, ran out of time. Sometimes I do some things off screen, like if I run out of time when I'm recording, since I already did a full playthrough on this game and streamed it from start to finish last year in February. I have two separate streams, two different parts actually. One was like 6 hours and one was 7. Because this game from start to finish is like 13 hours. Give or take, it's about. So wherever the video ends is where it ends. If I leave off in a place where I'm far from the save point, I most likely will go to the save point and then wait to start again. So in other words, like if I show myself doing other things, I won't probably show it. Like, so if the video ends but I'm like in the middle of a thing where I have to pick up a book and read it, I'll just pick it up and then continue when I get to the save point. Like I said, this is just for fun. It's not like a full walkthrough. It's just me going through the game from start to finish, and it's not a difficult game, so if you miss me like picking up one thing or finding a doll, it's not the end of the world, because I already have a full playthrough showing everything. Should you choose to want to know where that is. You have to fight Madoka in here, so if you're wondering why I'm kind of going slow, I think it's when you come back later. It's not now. Sometimes, though, sequence breaking things happens, and you get attacked by ghosts that like shouldn't be in certain places. It happens to me all the time in Fatal Frame 5. Like, I'll just be trying to look at something, and somebody will come out of a wall like a joke. Yeah, so this one is where it gets kind of difficult. I think on the live stream I did last year, I played on Nightmare. And what makes that so difficult is when you play on the other difficulties, it shows you what buttons to hit that would corresponds to the keys. And when you play on Nightmare, it gets rid of them. Like, it doesn't show you what buttons. I'll give you an example of that. See where it says L3 and R2 and all of that? It gets rid of that. Okay. It should be R1. Is it up? Square. Up. I know this song. I've heard it before. So see, that's what I mean. When you play on Nightmare, those buttons like R1 and square and all of that, it gets rid of it, and you have to know by memory what it is. And it's like, oh god. Because later on in the game, she plays the full song, and it's longer. And if you don't know those keys, I actually had to write it down. Because it shows you the keys when it's like doing the tutorial. It'll show you the keys, but then when you go to play it, it like takes them away. So I do have the song written out somewhere on what buttons I had to hit, and it wasn't ideal. Let me tell you what. Flashback.
Upon the gray curtains of my memory, I see nothing but the same hallways all the time. The dust beckons me, calling me, alluring me like the voice of a lover into my death.
Sorry, I don't know why I did that.
Yes, I always took that lift. I don't know why I felt the need to do.
He was perfect for it. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it should be Kageri. Yep, there she is.
I caught you in 4K.
She's like, get out of the damn way. I'm late for my music show. Doesn't Yuka Magi appear in the damn elevator? What could be the matter with you of late? Why are you in such a foul mood?
Back then, when I first told you how I felt about you, you rejected me completely and utterly, even though you always smiled at me after you became me. I want to see you smile like that again. Where shall we go for our walk today?
Sounds psychotic, bro. Doesn't she block off one of the doors with her, freaking, hold on. Yeah, there's that painting. I don't think it's supposed to be here. Oh god, hold on. You gotta find the key. I'm trying to turn her around. It's kind of difficult. Doesn't seem to be switched on. Convenient paper. The lift services floors 1 to 4. A key is required to access the 4th floor. The lift is powered from the underground switchboard room and can be switched on and off from there. The code to activate the switch is 23. Please go to the switchboard room in the event of power-related lift failure. Oh god. Regetsu Hall was built as a sanatorium extension to Haibara Infirmary, but there are also guest facilities on the 1st floor. The rooms in the buildings have all been named with a moon motif. 101, Harmonious Moon, Entrance Hall. 102, Glorious Moon, Dining Hall. The Aso Museum is a room dedicated to Professor Aso's visit to the island and features important materials on display. Entrance is free. Anyone wishing to visit should apply at the reception. Pale Moon, the pool in the Moonflower Garden courtyard must be used freely between July and October. I know where I was going with that. Note to staff regarding underground floors. Entrance to rooms other than the switchboard room and water storage room is strictly prohibited. So let's go follow her. She should appear in front of me again.
Zipper check 1, 2, 1 me.
Yeah, that elevator room that they're talking about, I believe it's this door here, but we gotta get the key to it though. Right now we're being lured by Kageri. So the objective is to like follow her right now. We gotta follow her to the Moonflower Garden basically. Should see another photo of her.
I will live forever.
Alright. There should be a thing in one of these masks. Yeah. Alright, let's go out. So, before you go to... Hold on, it's auto-locking me to her. Before you go to actually go out to her, there's like some parts for the camera that you can pick up in the trees over here. The way this game works is that your character has to shine the flashlight on the item to get it to like highlight. So that's why sometimes when I walk into a room or a location, I kind of stop and look around with the camera, or I spin her in a 360 degrees, because I gotta get the light of her flashlight to hit the objects in the area. That's the way. This game had a unique mechanic, so that's why sometimes I'll walk in a room and I'll do this. And that's why I do that. Wind oppression. There should be... It keeps locking me to her because she goes, there's a thing up here. That's why I was trying to highlight it, but... Man, the wind is really strong out here. Hold on, it should be a, yeah, stone mirror. So if you don't play the Fatal Frame games, stone mirrors are basically Phoenix Downs. They resurrect you if you die, but you can only carry one at a time. Blue Stereo. Okay. There's also a doll in this area. Because you can come out here again. You do come out here again with Toshiro when he actually gets to this part of the area. Doll! Trying to fake me out, but I'm the one who fakes you out. I'm a winner. I don't know where I'm going with that. The way you can tell if there's a ghost in the room is anytime you pull out your camera, it automatically locks you to that person. So if I'm facing this wall, see how it auto turns me towards her? She even has like a ghost aura. You can see it coming off of her. It looks like heat waves is what it looks like. Where's that doll? Doll-chan, hello. Hello. She should have been on the, like, around this way maybe. Hello. There she is. Freaking hide from me. She's like, you'll never catch me alive. Man, I must admit though, on the Wii, this water that would be here looked better. I mean, it looks good, all things considered. I mean, it looks more kind of realistic now because originally it had like a weird water texture, the way they used to do water back in the day. The pool reflects the light cast by the moon. The surface gleams darkly, obscuring the depths below, like my soul. Oh, the moon be nothing but a 2D image upon the water's face. You know that ain't real, right? I mean, I guess it's realistic. It's close to where it should be. Like if the moon, if I turn the camera, you see how the moon is, they put an image of the moon. I think the way they programmed that is they literally took the moon and put it on the bottom of the pool and then highlighted it so that when the player comes to it, you'll see it. But it's supposed to be reflecting the moon that's like up there, and they have it like parallel to it. So I think it's good. You know, they tried. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm like, that's pretty good, you know, like in comparison. I like this part though. She is semi-transparent. Let me go around the other way, hold on. I like to give you an exclusive look at ghosts because other people who play these games, they don't do this. They don't actually take the time to look at them. Because you don't really get to stare at her this close at any part of the game except for now. And this is actually the doll. So at the end of the last video, it kind of cut me off, but this is basically a doll which is supposed to represent Kageri's twin sister. I don't know if it's because her twin sister is really dead. It doesn't really say in-game anywhere. It just says that she carries this doll around and pushes her around and dotes on the doll, and he sees the doll as herself. But here's the thing. You have to fight both of them, so that's why I'm trying to be prepared. Here we go. Don't touch me. Behind me. Hold on. It's on my left. Yeah, the way what she keeps saying over and over again is, I won't let you. Watashi no wanna. Get out of my face, bro. Holy shit.
There's something on the ground by the pool.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Should be the key to her room, actually. Okay, yeah, there we go. Now we gotta go open that thing. It's not like her room, I think, I know what I was trying to say, forget it.
This feeling.
Oh no, it's the boss ghost. You gotta get out of here. Don't worry. Don't. You cannot fight her, by the way. Don't try. However, go, 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 go. If she touches you, it's an instant death, so what you want to do is try to get out. Okay, wait till the color comes back. Okay, we're good. So, yeah, that's Sakuya. She's the boss ghost. You cannot fight her. That's why I took that photo of her, to show you that it has no effect on her at all. They do have a lot of boss ghosts in these games where it's like the boss ghost can't be hurt till like the end of the game. Rukakuze was like that in Fatal Frame 3. Even Sai Kurosawa was like that in Fatal Frame 2. And then Kyrie in Fatal Frame 1. Every time you seen Kyrie, Miku would just run away because she couldn't do nothing. Should be a thing in a box. Okay. Wasn't there a textbook, I thought? So there's a doll going on the way down. Where are you? Right there. Okay. My controller's still doing that drifting thing. Like I said, when my controller fell face first that time, yeah, it screwed it up. I hate coming down here because sometimes you get attacked by stuff. Because this area is where Sakuya was confined inside the Court of the Unhallowed. And later on through the game, you actually see her as you come down here. She doesn't actually do anything to you. She just kind of flies past you. And you kind of have to do your best to avoid her. Later on, she actually full-on chases you. No, not this room again. Here we go. Yeah, there's a good stupid jump scare in here. There's a doll up there on the left on the pipes, by the way. This is supposed to be the switchboard room. It seems like everything is still working. How could that even be possible? I think there's a guy that walks behind me when I do this. When I go to touch the switchboard. Not the door! Oh no! Okay, good. I was trying to get the item that was... Should be an item in this box, but I guess it's not there now. Yeah, that's okay. Let's not worry about that. Also, I wonder if I should show it, but this door, I have to open it. Hold on, I'll come back in here in a minute. Hold on. I'll come back, hold on. It's kind of important. It's not really essential, but where I just was with Sakuya, you have to open the door over here from the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and go do that, because I think it's recommended. Also, there's a doll in here. under the grate right there. Okay, so let's go open that door. So this is where she came from. It kind of makes you wonder, like, how the door was locked. It's just a good way to give you another way to circumvent around in case you get cornered or stuck on that other side. You can come back. So this is basically showing you where you are. She's not here anymore. Also, they're up there. There's a door that you can get up there, and there's like a film. This area reminds me with like the tall buildings and vines, and you can see the sky. It's like, I don't know why I think of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time when you get into the forest temple for the first time, how it has like tall like castle-like buildings with vines on the everywhere, and you can see like the sky. I don't know why, it just reminded me of that. Alright. It's just a good way to show you that you have another way to get around in case you have to come back this way again. Like I said, I try to play this game a specific way because you can sequence break stuff. I've missed out on like ghost events like because I went like a different way. It's very easy to do that. Okay. Back her up a little bit. You have to fight the nurse in here, so that's why I wasn't sure if I wanted to hit the switchboard first or then do this. To today's on-duty nurse, the password for the door to the 3rd floor ward has been changed to 1956. There are some extremely sick patients on the 3rd floor, so please be very careful with that door. Yeah, I'll do that. Later on, there's a vent in the ground here that you can open. There's like a ghost image and a key. I'm trying to remember how to do it though. The panel has several number switches on it. It has to equal, wasn't it 27? There you go. 23. There was a mechanical sounding noise. The lift must be working, and then it would. It's kind of hard to miss this guy. If I miss him, I don't care. Okay. Patrolling man. I like how he glitch broke. What was that? So you're not supposed to go in here right now. I don't think it's gonna let me until I do that. You're supposed to avoid this, but I'm gonna sequence break this because I don't give her. Be careful though, because you're gonna have to fight this one guy who I used to mix up for her father. There's a ghost in this game who I used to keep calling her father because they looked similar. This is her father. This is Sakuya. This is Ruka's father. And the guy that I mix him up with, let's see, where is he at? Was this guy. So Takahisa, Kozuki. So this is the guy I would always get mixed up, and I believe you have to fight him in here, and then you also have to fight, like this guy here. These two show up quite a bit. You have Ikushima and then Fukichi. So Masanobu and then Michihiko. It's one of them that attacks me in here. It might be Masanobu, I think. He's the one who does it. Let me see. Yeah, the living must not enter. Then I think there's that doll. Hold on. Okay. So this is a lens. There should be a lens right here on the ground. This is why I come in here, because you can miss this. That's the pierced lens. So that's the purple one that I'm using right now, which is why I have it equipped currently. No. It's locked. Damn right it is. Okay, now when I go to leave is when shit kicks off. Why won't it open? Nope. On the Court of the Unhallowed. The Court of the Unhallowed is the residence of the deceased. The faces of the deceased can change and thus be in danger of blossoming. On the first sign of blossoming in the deceased, thou must harvest the face and remove the bud. Being done, thou must place a false face on them that doth be like their face to preserve their appearance as when living, hence the masks. The mask becometh part of the deceased. The mask becometh the deceased. The deceased becometh the mask. Let not the living into the court of the unhallowed, lest their minds be lost and they be in danger of budding. Only those who are trained and have moonlight in their soul may enter. But be thou warned, let not any soul into the court on nights when the moon be not full. That's why at the end of each chapter they show you the moon phase, if you've noticed. The first 2 nights it's been full. This is kind of technically like... Well, depending on my videos, I did the first 2 videos, so technically that still counts as the first night. And I'm pretty sure this is still part of the first night. Oh no, she's after me. Okay! She comes through the wall on your right, so you want to be very careful right about now. Yep. So funny! Wait for the color to return. There we go. Okay. Turn her around. It's so hard to move her sometimes. Okay. Let me see if I wanted to change her outfit again. This one's my favorite. Okay, so when you go into the elevator, you're going to run into, Yuko, a monkey. So it's the sound of the elevator coming down. You should be on your man in lift. Come on. What? Alright. Okay. There's a control panel for the lift. Trying to think what floor I go to. I don't know if it was the second, because the fourth one we can't get to right now, and I think we're on the first floor, so let's go to the second. So we need to go to where his room is, and I'm trying to remember, because his room is on the same floor. I think it's on the same floor as Kageri's, isn't it? You're supposed to be in my face. Because her wheelchair would be blocking the way. Yeah, it's the third floor, because we already had access to the second, so it's the third. Just wanted to show you that. It's the third. Because we already had access to the second and first floors, because we could go up through the stairs, but the third floor was blocked by the stairs. It was blocked by, like, all that stuff. Here we go. See, there's her wheelchair. Alright. So if you go down this way, there should be a doll behind this partition. Right here. I remember, see, every time I come right here, it glows blue, like I'm missing something here. And every time I try to figure out what it is, I can't. I used to think there was something on this lamp, but every time I come here, it acts as if though I'm missing something specifically, or like there's something that I need to get, and I don't know if it's reacting to the doll, but it happens every time I play this game. I come to this point, and my filament glows blue, like, see it like freaking out on the bottom right? Like I'm missing something. I don't know if I try looking up. And I never figure out what it is, because it only ever highlights, unless it's reacting to the item. Sometimes there's an item under the stairs. See, it's all blocked by these wheelchairs. I think that could be what it is. There's an item that appears right here in the corner under the stairs when you're on the first floor. 'Cause I just heard it. I don't know if you just heard it. It goes, Wee! So I think that's what it is. The corridor is blocked by a red wheelchair. Yeah, because that leads to her room. This long hallway here, the special treatment, it leads all the way to Waxing Moon, and that's Kageri's room. But what we're going to want to do is we're going to go to Yuko Magaki. He was the guy who was in the elevator. So we got to explore all the rooms up here, because this is Misaki's room here, and then my room. They're right next door to his room, so we got to go up here and see if we can get into those rooms. She has like a weird swaying. Oh wait, hold on. There's a lady that appears in here. She kind of tries to... Yeah. He's calling. So, I'm trying to remember. It's hard to turn her red. So, third floor room assignments. So, new building, third floor status, end of July, room 308, Silent Moon, Ruka Yomosuke, that's us. Okay, we have been asked to report the results of Ruka's musical therapy, report the progression of her Moonlight Syndrome symptoms to the director, as well as which moon sound she responds to. Okay, room 309, Faded Room, Magaki Yuko, who's the guy in the elevator. A generous donor to the facility. He gets upset if you enter his room while he is painting, so please avoid doing so if possible. Also, never touch his paintings. Room 310, Waiting Room, Misaki Aso. Misaki is receiving special treatment directly from Director Highbrow, so it's quite she is quite delicate. So do not let her make contact with the patient on the 4th floor. Room 311, Waxing Moon, Kageri Sendo. Kageri is being treated by the director in conjunction with her family doctor. Do not enter her special treatment room except in an absolute emergency. So before I touch that dial, hold on. It says go to your former room. Because you have to put in a code to find access to that. There should be like, yeah. Sometimes you have to like actually look at stuff to get things to appear. That's why sometimes I play like this. Alright. So later on, when you come back here, there's like a diary in this bookshelf that kind of ties the ending of the game together. She's behind me. Nurse heading towards room. So I think this nurse is the one they turn into the new vessel at the end of the game. And she doesn't make it. Like they choose her because she's like a nurse from the mainland and they needed a new like what's the term I'm trying to use? Replacement? Come on. Yeah, see here's that hallway. And I guess they choose her. I feel it coming back. When the music plays, a buried piece of my memory rises up. I know this place somehow. 308, it's her room. Like a familiar scent. If you look really quickly, she like disappears. See, this is the phase of the moon. So when you first started, it was at half, but now it's like a part of it's missing now. So as the game progresses, at the end of each chapter, they show you the moon phase, which is important. Kind of tells you like how much time you have left. You basically have until the moon becomes like it disappears. It turns into an eclipse. So as you're playing through the game, you gotta be mindful of that moon phase. I think we're going back to Misaki now. So it's funny, these summaries change compared to the... see, in my original playthrough, I was reading the differences. I probably should do that again, but we're already like into the 5th chapter and I haven't done it, so if I do it, it might just be for this one. So, says, while exploring Rogetsu Hall, Misaki Aso comes across a girl in black, the same girl who appears in her fragmented memories, calling her back to Rogetsu Isle. Misaki desperately wants to find out the connection between the girl and herself. Following the girl through the darkness, she arrives at a room. The room where Madoka was hospitalized 10 years ago. Misaki discovers that all 5 girls who disappeared were patients of the Rogetsu Hall Sanatorium. They were being treated for Moonlight Syndrome, a condition unique to Rogetsu Isle. While looking for Madoka, Misaki starts to remember the events of 10 years ago. Madoka. Where's Madoka? She'd be gone, bro. She took an express out to nowhere. Yeah, my precious. We're turning into freaking Gollum all of a sudden. In my precious. So this is called Phase 5, Twin Faces, but originally it was called something else. Like I said, I don't really care about spoilers because I've cleared this game before, but this girl is Mia, who apparently was originally a doll who took on a form like this. And this girl is supposed to be the fusion between Sakuya, the boss ghost, and Misaki, the girl we're playing as. So Mia is both of them fused together to create like a new personality. And Sakuya told her that she had the doll to keep herself sane and kind of like, not like put her soul in the doll, but seen the doll as herself. And that's why that doll took on that personality. And then when the doll changed hands, when it went from being Sakuya, And then it ended up becoming Misaki because they would give the doll their own name and call it themselves. So because the doll was originally Sakuya and then it got changed hands and became Misaki, the doll ended up becoming both of them at the same time. And the doll took on this appearance, which is why it's called Twin Faces, because it looks like her, because it's a fusion of both her and Sakuya, which is what Mia is. I need to find Madoka. Find Madoka Tsukugyo! Oh god, here we go. So let me read you what the original passage said. It says, while searching Rugetsu Hall, Misaki meets a girl in black clothes whom she has met before in dreams. Come back to Rugetsu Island, in quotations. Misaki wants to know more about her connection to this girl, led by the girl's image. Misaki arrives at a room. 10 years ago, this was Madoka's hospital room. So let's see. She knew all of the girls involved that were kidnapped, who were hospitalized in the institute or visited it regularly. They came to be treated for an epidemic disease, the Luna Sindata syndrome. See, they changed it to Moonlight syndrome, but in the original Wii version, it was called Luna, which means moon, Sindata syndrome. So, and then it says, caught up in memory, she does not notice that she's been separated from Madoka. And it's Madoka, where's Madoka? That line's the same. So yeah, originally it was called Luna Sindata, which I think sounded cooler. And now it's called what it is now. If I remember correctly, I think to find her, we need to go down to the first floor. No, not like that. Shit. We need to go to, I think it's here. Or we go to her room directly, actually. Damn it. Yeah, we go to her room directly. Which is right on the other side of where I'm at. So if I go out this hallway and down around this way. That nurse came and shouted at me again, going on and on about something or other. When she turned away from me, I cut her a little. She made the ugliest noise. That itch is so ugly on the inside, too. I hate her guts. Ugly things upset me. I like beautiful things. Squashed insects, cut hands, meat red with red. The loud noise they make just before they stop moving. Beautiful things that last only a moment. Everyone collects things that they like and takes care of them. The doctors say collecting things I like is good for my sickness. It'll make me better. So I collect beautiful things. More and more beautiful things. I have to keep collecting them or else my insides will look up. The rest is incomprehensible. Yep. So I think this is the crystal and I can't pick it up. So I already have one. So we need to get into that room that's behind us because it's kind of funny. Misaki is the only one who can go through here because this room here was supposed to be the hidden room. I believe was actually Yohaibara's room. It was connected to Ayako because Ayako wasn't his real sister, but his father, Dr. Haibara, actually adopted Ayako and seen her as his daughter, even though his real daughter was Sakuya, the boss ghost. So to give you a context of who they are. Give you an idea. God, it's auto flipping. Oh yeah, I gotta try to leave first. Hold on. Sequence breaking. I gotta try to leave first. The door is being held shut by a powerful force. Have you forgotten? Oh, Jesus Christ. That girl. Is there something in there? Oh, don't you love when your room sounds like grudge noises? Yeah, I don't think so. torn up note. So this is what's sad. This is how you start to learn her real feelings. Like, Ayako puts on this facade like she's crazy and she likes hurting people, like she's a masochist, but that's not really how she feels at all. So this note is actually her true feelings, which I think is sad. So it says, what happened? Who was that woman outside? Why is her face all messed up? Help me, yo. That almost sounds like she's talking about Yo Haibara, but the way his name is spelled, it almost sounds like a joke, like, help me out, yo, like, that's what it sounds like, but that's not what it is. It reminds me of that thing that 9 from Final Fantasy Type 0 says, because he always says, this is, I forget exactly what he says to Kirasame, but he says, this is stupid, yo, or something like that, and then he gets beat up in front of all his classmates. Anyway, it's so noisy outside. A face like a smashed egg, a face like a squashed butterfly, a face like an opened belly. Such a messed up face. What is it? After I saw the face, inside my head is noisy. What? I'll wait here, smashed until I get messed up, torn. Wait. Mate. Mother. A Hawe, or a casa. Yeah, that's sad. So basically what happened was, she was here, but she happened to look out the window and she saw Sakuya, and anybody who's seen her would instantly be forced to bloom. That's what they call resonate. You would resonate with her and it would cause you to bloom instantly. And that's what happened to Ayako. She happened to see her, and when she seen her, it caused her to turn. And when she turned, she went psycho. That's why she was calling out for Yo to save her. Because he was like her adopted brother. His father adopted her, so that made him her brother. And Sakuya would have been her sister. Not blood related, but it would have been her sister. The door is being held shut by a powerful force. Glowing in the blue, tell me what you see. Anything but you. That's literally in the room next door. Alright, let's go see Dalchan. See what Dalchan has for us. Man, seeing him walk like that makes my back hurt. Is this the doll from that photo? Oh. Rusty key. Yeah, and that goes to where we just came from. It is kind of odd that Ayako would have the key to Yo's room. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, huh. Kind of reminds me of like Fatal Frame 2, how Itsuki, he gave his key to his room to his sister, Chitose. And he's like, hold on to it for me and give it to anybody who comes to look for me. But she was such a shy girl that she could never do it. Hello. He's like, I won't let you get access to my brother's room. I should probably know. Shut up! You know what? This is such a hard area to fight her in because it's so small. Nope. It's hard to fight her in here, man, because this room is so tiny. Holy shit. Well, I say that, but my bathroom is smaller than this room, so... It's probably not that small after all, but you get it. Oh, jeez. Come on, turn around. Turn around. Oh my god. Reveal to me your secrets. don't know why she has to breathe so loud like that. There should have been like a secret ghost image. There it is, hold on. Like a doll head or something. Yeah, there we are. Head specimen. There's several things I need to pick up. It's a will, his book. Hold on. I'm looking. There should be a doll in this room, but it's so dark. I think that's her right there. Hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Also, there should have been something in his jacket. There we go. I thought there should have been like a black notebook in there, because those are his books that he leaves behind, but I don't see it. There should also, this thing right here, you open this later with Toshiro. He finds like a little key that allows him to open it. She can't open it right now. Film reel. Screening. A photo of a crowd of watching a film on the projector in the dining hall. Rogetsu Kagura film record. I put the footage of the Kagura together, making sure to cut out all the parts where I was in the frame. I don't think anyone would have noticed me unless they were looking very carefully. That sounds weird. But it'd be a nuisance if he found out about me. I've kept the film for Ayako to enjoy. But if she gets bored of it, I'll just destroy it like I was supposed to. That's from Yohaibara. Because he was actually directly recording that dance and he wasn't supposed to be doing it. There's one. I asked Ayako about the girls in the files. Of the ones she knows, she says her favorite is Madoka because she makes for a lovely toy. So beautiful on the inside. I sound like a psycho. The one called Ruka is apparently so broken that it's no fun for Ayako to try to break her any further. This sounds horrible out of context. She's receptive to sound, rather, so there might still be time to try a few things out on her. What the fuck? There are still the ancient moon sounds of this island. Wonder what would happen if she heard those. It seems so messed up. It's rather difficult to convert the old scores into modern form, but it might help us determine that one phrase. With the Misaki girl, it's not so much her sharp perception, but her totally unpredictable behavior that Ayako dislikes. But apparently, Ayako doesn't like the girl in black who's always together with Misaki. Seems she's got in the way of Ayako playing with her toys. In any case, Misaki has the same spiritual potential as my big sister. This girl, this body, will be useful. Oh my god, that's fucked. So basically they were trying to use Misaki as a vessel for Sakuya. I almost choked on my drink. Oh my god. I'm fine. Let's go. That's screwed up, because he figures if if they couldn't save her, because his sister Sakuya was affected by the Moonlight syndrome herself. So what he kind of had in his mind was he was going to try to do some kind of a ceremony to take his sister's soul and place it inside of Misaki. Yeah, I wonder how that worked out, bro. Oh god. I got hurt, didn't I? Hold on. Yeah, I did. Yeah. So let's get in here, because when you have to go in there and you have to watch that film, you get attacked by Madoka, and it's really dumb. Let's go ahead and put her back in the I could make her go in this, but I'm gonna put her in this. It's funny, I've never played the game with her default outfit except for the very first time I played it, and it was so long ago I don't even remember. I like this outfit the most, though. Glasses, purple is the one she's wearing. I could give her sunglasses instead. The reason why I don't give them the sunglasses is it casts like a glare over their eyes, as where these ones don't. I guess we can wear it this time. Walk around with this shit. Let's go ahead and manually save. Yeah, look at that pink. Yeah, is that item still under here? Huh, maybe not. Alright. Get my stuff ready because I have to fight her. If you didn't notice what just happened, back me out of viewfinder because of those voices. I was gonna highlight the couch because I knew that item was there, but because of the voices from the dining hall, it backed me out of viewfinder. There we go. You can see I'm sitting there. All of them. Now they're gone. Try to highlight all the items in the room. Is that guy here now or no? Yeah, I usually pick up everything that I can before you go touch the projector, because this game is based on you triggering stuff. All these games are. Yeah. I let go though. You suck. There's a trophy if you get caught a certain amount of times. Yeah, that picked up the stone mirror from there, so it won't appear again. The projector, it should be able to play that film reel. This looks familiar. That's her.